Question number 2, Pat Damaris.
Thank you. As a product of the American dream, I was the first in my family to go to college and own my home. I feel that my children and many other young people in the Commonwealth who are burdened with college loans aren't able to fulfill their dreams of owning a home. What are some of the initiatives that you propose or support to make this a reality for thousands of Massachusetts residents?
And that's from Mr. Baker.
It's a great question, Pat, and as the father of one out, one in, and one going, I am well aware of the high cost of a college education. We've made a series of proposals with respect to this issue, and as governor, we would pursue them aggressively. The first one is, I think the public higher ed system ought to be willing to offer people a 3-year degree. Why do kids have to go to college for 4 years if they can get through it in 3? That all by itself would cut the cost of higher education by 25% for a lot of kids. And there are many private colleges that currently make that available. Second thing I think the public system should do, and as governor I would pursue this as well, we need to offer more online classes and more online services for kids. I mean, one of the things that's terrific about online education is you can take it when you can take it. You don't have to show up and take it when the class is available and being offered. It's also a lot less expensive, and I think if you combine it with on-campus and in-classroom activity, you can create a far less expensive way to educate kids and deliver the same product. Third thing I think we need to do, Northeastern has the most successful co-op program in America. They're right down the street from the State House. I have no idea why the Commonwealth of Mass hasn't engaged them in a significant conversation about how we could go about creating the same kind of co-op program in our public higher ed system that they have. It's been a masterful tool for kids to be able to leverage. You combine that, by the way, with online education, and you create a wonderful opportunity for kids to be able to work, earn money, prepare for their future after they graduate from college, and reduce the net cost of college for them.
Mr. Fisher, you're going to have a few extra seconds to deliver your response.
Sure. You could have knocked me in.
I think part of this problem stems from the fact that we've told too many kids that success only comes from a college education and all the debt that goes along with it. I have 4 college degrees, but when I graduated from high school, I did not go to college. Rolled up my sleeves, joined a union, and learned the value of a buck. What I would like to do is, back in middle school, it was called junior high when I was going to school, we had wood shop, we had metal shop, we had vocational skill programs, we had home economics. Those are gone now for middle school students. I want to reintroduce those. I think, if nothing else, we want to broaden students' exposure to these things so they can find out what gifts and talents they have, what they like to do, what they do best. They step forward and test the waters. I was looking for 6 machinists 6 years ago. I went to Worcester Voc. They had 1 student in the machining program at Worcester Voc. This is because we pushed too many kids into college and all the debt that goes along with it. They are good paying jobs as mechanics, plumbers, electricians, carpenters. We need to tell kids it's okay to do those types of things, but in order to start the process, we've got to introduce those types of vocational skill programs in the middle schools. Be a big advocate for that.
Thank you. Any rebuttal at all?
Well, believe it or not, I agree with Mark.
Okay.
I think the Voc Tech schools are a real hidden gem in the Massachusetts educational system. I visited many of them, and by the way, I was out in Springfield yesterday and spent time with a tool manufacturer, and they made clear to me that they have plenty of jobs. Their big issue is finding people with the skills to actually bring them in. And the Pioneer Valley out in Springfield where I went, there are 3,000 machinists currently working out there, and at any given time, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 jobs for skilled workers out there. Welders, steam fitters, pipe fitters, machinists. And I think we need to be very aggressive about coming up with ways to help kids build that runway that would get them through middle school into Voc Tech. And I've also thought that either we need Voc Tech schools to establish relationships with community colleges that can turn into associate degrees in some of these fields. Or in some cases, maybe we give the Voc Tech schools the ability to offer associate degrees on their own. There are a lot of great jobs people can make a good living with out there.
Jim Knock.
Thank you, Jim.
Mr. Fisher, would you like to add anything to that at all? Briefly.
I just think that this is a great area where kids need to be exposed into it, and the whole idea of time on task within the education system and teaching to the test has gone way overboard. In order to do those things, they've had to eliminate these programs that I was talking about earlier. Common Core, which is another thing that's going to be introduced or has been introduced in the state, which I am totally against, would keep wood shop, metal shop, vocational skill programs out of the schools. That's one of the big reasons that I'm against Common Core as well.
Thank you. Mr. Zu-
I could park here for the debate.
Sure. This is the press.
Yeah, CR News. I'm a shoestring operation. No, I won't CR News.
Okay. I think we're all filled up in here.
There was a spot over there. Look
Yeah,
like.
but obviously the cones are there. They're
What
reserved. We
about
don't
that
have any
spot on
open
the
ones.
end there?
That would be the president's spot, so that one's always coned off.
Isn't he in Martha's Vineyard? Oh, the other president, the college
president,
yeah. I'm joking. All right, so what do I do?
That's a good question. Hang on, let me
I
grab.
got
hang on one
20
sec.
minutes. I'll hang.
Just follow her.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.